Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It is Tuesday afternoon here in the Eastern time zone of the U.S. It is 17:15 Zulu on July 30th, 2024, and this is Tuesdays with DX Engineering. And this is a show where we feature DX Engineering employees. Sometimes they're out of our manufacturing facility. Sometimes they're out of our support facility, maybe IT. But today, it's sales and technical support. And I'm very pleased to have Kirk, K4RO, one of our newest DX engineering team members. Hello, Kirk.
Hi, Tim. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. And we are really excited that we're able to hire on part-time employees from the state of Tennessee. So you're the first Tennessee for DX Engineering employee. Kirk, tell us, how did you get started in this wonderful hobby?
Well, it was actually a pure happenstance. A gentleman was working at a neighbor's home and caught wind through my stepmother that I was interested in all things electricity. And this complete stranger gifted me a Heathkit GR81 3-tube regenerative receiver. This is probably around 1973 or 74. And I miraculously got it to work. And the first two stations I were able to hear were WWV in Fort Collins, Colorado, and HCJB in Quito, Ecuador. And when I figured out that those stations were not in Pittsburgh, I was pretty excited. And that lit a spark that has yet to go out yet to this day.
Well, you know, that spark has really been alive and well for so many years. So you grow up in Pittsburgh, and then where does life take you from there?
So I moved to Nashville, Tennessee in 1980 to go to university, where I eventually finished with an engineering degree.
Oh, that's great.
And then I've stayed in Tennessee. Yeah, I got a job here right out of school, and I've been here ever since.
No, that's great. And so K4RO is on the air. What kind of a home station do you have, Kirk?
So my station here behind me, at right next to my work desk, is primarily an HF contest station. So I have a 100-foot tower with a couple of Yagis on it, one on top and one in the middle. I have a lot of wire antennas. There's a total of 14 antennas in the yard between transmit and receive. Not quite K3LR, but I've got a decent collection of antennas. And I have a fairly common nowadays single operator 2 radio setup. So I often operate 2 radios simultaneously during the competitions.
So tell us, which radios do you have? Which amplifiers?
These are ICOM 7700 radios. They're getting a bit long in the tooth, but I like big old radios with knobs and big knobs. And I also have Alpha 87 amplifiers, which are also getting pretty long in the tooth, but I've managed to keep them going and hope to keep them going for a while longer. And then usual complement of accessories, antenna controllers, stack matches, and various things to interface everything to the computer for contests.
So of the operating activities that you do throughout the year, what is your favorite?
Boy, I don't know if you mean particular contests, but overall, I would say CW contesting is my favorite goal. And nothing beats being at K3LR for the big DX contest. So that's always a highlight of the year. I also really enjoy the CW sprint contests, and there's one coming up this weekend, the North American QSO party, and I plan to be in that one full time as well. So pretty much any CW contest, and I enjoy phone contesting as well, but my first love is CW.
And, you know, speaking of the North American QSO party, you were really involved with the National Contest Journal. Why don't you tell everybody what you did with the NCJ?
So I started off working with NCJ as a columnist when the editor at that time, Al Dewey, K4RO, asked me to write a contest column for beginners. So it was titled Contesting 101. I wrote it for 4 years, and the articles are now available on my website. You can get there through my QRZ page. After 4 years of writing that article, Al said that he liked my writing style and asked if I would become the next NCJ editor. And we had a discussion at Dayton after dinner, and I decided I could fit it into my schedule. So that ate up the next 3 years as being editor for NCJ. And then once I stopped doing that, while I was doing that, I also became the NCJ website manager, which I've been doing for 12 years now. And I'm in the process of handing that off to someone else for whom I'm very grateful.
Yeah, well, that's
W1PY.
Yeah, that's 12 years of doing that. That's incredible. That's ncjweb.com, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful website, kept up to date and kept very current, which is, as is one of the secrets. When you look around, you're very active in your club, the Tennessee Contest Group. Can you talk about TCG a little bit?
So TCG formed 31 years ago, literally right as I started getting into contesting. So it was very fortuitous timing on my part. I had started dabbling in contests, and next thing I know, I got a phone call from one of the TCG founding members. They said, there are some guys who take this stuff pretty seriously. Maybe you should come join us for breakfast and see if you like what you hear. And so I went to that first breakfast and met the most enthusiastic hams I'd ever met in my life. And that pretty much set the hook. And I became a charter member of the Tennessee Contest Group and have been there for 30 years. We've had a lot of changes over the years. I've served as officer many times, website host, and so forth. And it's just a terrific group. There's room for brand new novices as well as the seasoned A1 op vets. So it's been a terrific place to meet people, to learn from one another, and to share our joys and some of our not so joyful times in contesting. It's just a really terrific community to be a part of.
You know, that club, the Tennessee Contest Group, and tell us, what is the website, Kirk, for TCG?
K4TCG, K4 Tango Charlie Germany.org, O-R-G.
Okay, K4TCG.org is the website. And what a great group of guys. I mean, very enthusiastic, putting together teams for the NAQP, for the sprints, and entering the sweepstakes and CQ Worldwide contest. So extremely active. And it seems to me that I saw a photo, a group photo of the TCG getting together either around the holidays or in the summertime. There was a lot of people there.
Yes, we are proud of the fact that we have a very high, QSO per capita rate going on here. Oftentimes we'll finish a competition and many of us will receive emails. Oh, I thought this was the so-and-so contest. It turns out to be another Tennessee QSO party because there's so many of you out there. And we're very active given the size of our state. And we have a strong base of very seasoned vets and a lot of enthusiastic newcomers as well. For instance, this weekend in NAQP, we're going to field 5 teams of operators. And so we're proud of the fact that we're not just a cohesive club, but we're very active, and we put a lot of emphasis into getting on the air and making contacts because that's where it all starts.
Right, and having fun. And so 5 teams, that's 25 operators from Tennessee, and you figure you can work a station per band.
That's right.
You can work these 25 stations on 6 bands. That's a lot of Tennessee QSOs.
That's right.
Speaking of which, let's go into the chat room and see Ron, WV4P is on. He says, it's great to see Kirk on Facebook. I think this is the only time you'll see Kirk.
That's right.
But
good to see you, Ron.
Ron and his wife gave a tremendous presentation, maybe even 2, at Hamvention this year. Really, really super people, and a great station that he's built there, and hosting a lot of multi-ops, and that's really good stuff. So Ron, nice to have you on with us, and Jose, X-Ray Echo 2 Zulu Zulu, and our friend Scott, KA3 Denmark Radio from California, and Dawn out in Philadelphia, Whiskey Juliet 3 United, and Drew is on. Drew, we need to have you put your call sign in there, and Rodney, Kilo Juliet 5 Fox Whiskey Charlie, and our friend Skip, that's Parky, and KB8UUZ. Great to have Kirk, K4RO, as part of the DX engineering team. And we've got Dalmer, Papa Uniform 2, Mike from Brazil. And Anthony is on with us today as well. That's Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Oscar X-Ray. Our friend Scotty, NCJ is a valuable part of ham radio. So thank you for all you do for the NCJ, Kirk, and that's Whiskey Kilo 3 November. Scotty never sleeps. W3MLJ, youth operator, really super phone operator who's been here at K3LR several times, done a great job. Went on a contest expedition earlier in the spring. And our friend Dan from Kentucky, WA4 Mike Oscar Mike, hello and good afternoon, Tim and Kirk. And Drew's call is Kilo Delta 8 Charlie Mike November. Great to have you on, Drew. So a good bunch here in the chat room. Lots of people watching from all over the place. Kirk, let's talk about, now that you're part of the DX engineering team and guys can talk to you on the phone or maybe get an email from you in a sales and support role. What do you look forward to bringing to the team and talking about with our customers?
Well, I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to help people. And hopefully my near 5 decades of experience in the hobby will allow me to help them find solutions that perhaps they didn't think of themselves, or perhaps find products that they didn't even know that we carried that might be just what they need for a particular application. And in general, just getting to know some hams outside of my little contesting bubble. And I do spend time away from contests, but that's where the majority of my time is spent. And just really looking forward to being part of this terrific team that you've got here. I've only been here a week, and I'm still in the training mode, drinking from the fire hose, as I like to say. But everybody has just been so helpful and so welcoming, and I can feel that this is a really great team, and I'm not surprised because of the leadership.
Well, and Kirk, we would be remiss if we didn't also congratulate you on your success with the Spurious Emissions Band, which has been a Dayton favorite, many years at the Crown Plaza, and also playing most recently at the Hope Hotel. And the band is not together at the moment, but you never know. That's why you got to come to Dayton, because the band might get back together. You just never know.
Hope springs eternal, and rust never sleeps.
there you go. Well, Kirk, thanks so much for coming on today, and we're thrilled to have you as a part of the DX Engineering family, and it is a family. We all look out for each other here. We all really work together well, so that if you don't know the answer to a question that one of our customers has, somebody else on the team likely does know the answer, with over 1,000 years of combined experience on this team. And you're bringing another 50 years with you. This is really special for our customers, for our DX engineering family. And again, thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you. I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and I really look forward to working with this team.
And I want to make sure we got a few others here in the chat room. It's 9 Mike 6. Let's see, 9 Mike 6 Kilo Oscar Mike.
That's a nice multiplier.
Yeah, it's the middle.
What time is it there?
Papa Echo 2 Kilo is on from the Netherlands.
Nice
And
to
our
meet you.
good friend,
Yes.
Alpha Delta 4 Echo Bravo. Great interview, Tim. Nice to have a Tennessee contest group on board. So it's great. And Jim, thanks for all you do to help all the new hams, and really special to have you in the chat room as well. Thanks to all of you for watching, and we'll look for you next time here at DX Engineering. Until then, 73.
73. Thank you.